Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Tim Springer, and you may know me from Spartan Basketball. And listen, over the last 8 to 9 years, I've pretty much owned a business or been around home-based businesses, been in business, obviously owned Spartan Basketball. And I'm seeing a common trait that's really hurting entrepreneurs, especially those in the home-based business. And it's really the struggle between being a CEO of your business or just the sales force of your business. And look, and I understand, a lot of us go into home-based businesses with no background and education in business, and we don't understand everything that goes into it, or we may not have the skills that go into it. And it can be hard, it can be a struggle. And what ends up happening, especially those that sponsor us, because business is about sales, you have to make sales for your business to survive or thrive, is we just end up becoming the sales force in our business. And then other parts of our business really struggle. And they struggle to the point where we get frustrated, and then we stop becoming the momentum and the engine behind the sales force. And then the whole business starts to go downhill. And that's why so many don't succeed. That's why so many fail. And I want to break down the difference between being the sales force and being the CEO of your business, and why it's absolutely critical for you to be the CEO and not just the sales force. Now let's talk about sales force first. So that means you're in charge of getting leads, conversions, and pretty much repeat sales, right? Those are things that are important. That's absolutely important, and don't get me wrong, you have to do that stuff. But here's what happens. When you're doing it by yourself, your leads, especially in a home-based business, and if you're offline on top of that, might be anywhere from 1 to 3 per day. So let's say you have a 10% closing ratio, right? Well, 1 to 3, one of these 3, you may get 0 conversions, or maybe if you're lucky, get 1. And then if you can turn that around, that means you might have 1 repeat sale. Now, if that's what your daily business looks like as far as sales and leads and conversions, how much is your business going to grow? Especially coming into home-based business, where we set goals of having residual incomes of $8,000 a month and $4,000 a month, or whatever it may be. How fast are you really going to hit this, and is this going to happen? And then let's say it does happen, and let's say you do get to, I don't know, we'll say $4,000 a month. Well, now you're at $4,000. So now you got to have a retention program, you got to have a training program, you got to have a financing program, or systems, I should say. You got to have, and this is just some of it, you know, what about operations or administration? Who's taking care of your taxes? Who's doing what? And here's the thing, guys. These are things that a CEO needs to do. But if all your focus and your attention is here, and I'm not saying it's wrong, it's got to go there, especially in the beginning, when does this get done? And that's what I'm saying about you not building a structure in your business for at some point it can sustain itself, because the definition of a true business is a profitable enterprise that works even without you being existent. And we got to set up systems, and we got to set up training programs that allow you to leverage other people's work. And I know what you say, especially home-based business. Well, you know, Tim, once I get my leaders in the door, they'll start building my business for me. Yes, to some degree, but I can tell you, and I've seen it a million times, when your personal production drops, so does theirs. So you're saying, okay, Tim, you just pointed out this huge problem to me. Well, what do I do about it? Give me an answer. Don't just give me a problem, right? Here's what a smart CEO does, okay? And I'm not saying everything can come right away, but you start to build this kind of structure. Number 1 is you get a marketing engine behind you. And then you get a sales engine. And then you get a training engine, okay? And when I say engines, meaning these things are working pretty much on their own, besides maybe a little maintenance here, a little addition here, but it's not all day, every day. Those are the only 3 things you can do it. When you can put together a marketing, sales, and training engine in itself, and that's actually where I would start, but I would find a way to make it systemized or automated, then you're gonna be able to step aside and start worrying about admin, retention, and all this stuff that we talked about over here. And here's the beauty that a lot of people are missing out on. You can do it with technology. You can do it with the internet. And you're saying, well, now I got to have, social media and CRMs, and I got to buy a website, and I got to do this. Look, here's the real reason I made this video, besides to educate you on the way you need to move in your business. There's a new product out that actually, it's a product with training along with it that basically makes this all into one, and it's the most effective way in our new digital economy to grow a business and to explode a business with training, sales, and marketing, and they all work together. And after you do a little bit of groundwork to build your foundation, it's a very small daily investment of your time, and this thing starts working on its own. It starts working when you're sleeping. It starts working when you're focused on admin. It will start working when you're doing this, when you're doing that, and it's beautiful in how it works. And let me just put this right here. It's called NV2. Some people like to call it the blog beast because it is a blogging platform, but there's a beauty behind the blogging platform, because number one, with the platform, you now can reach your audience, you can give your message, you can talk about your products, you can serve your community, and now all of a sudden you start marketing. And I can't remember the gentleman's name. He's one of those professionals that, that does a lot of public speaking about business, but he said once your marketing is good enough, you almost don't need a sales team. Once your marketing is good enough, you almost don't need a sales team. Like, think about this. And I say this because I'm a basketball coach. But when I go into Foot Locker, yeah, those guys come up and say, hey, how can I help you? And da-da-da. But really, the only thing they do is get me a size 13. Because I've already seen the marketing and the promotion for these new LeBrons or these new Kobes or the new Jordans. I know what I want. They've already sold me. That's why I'm at that store. So when your marketing is strong enough, you don't need to sell as much or as hard, or it's a lot more simple. And a blog can allow you to do that, because now you start sharing yourself with the world. You start ranking yourself on Google where people can find you. Basketball players come to me all day, every day, because they find me on Google. I don't have to go out there and run out there and find them. And then what you can also do is you create a sales funnel or a sales engine within that. And sales start being closed on their own. Video is the most beautiful thing that's ever happened to the sales industry. And this is a perfect example of that. Once you have video, you can put presentations out there. You don't have to sit down knee to knee and give the presentation with the flip charts or whatever it may be your home-based business chooses to use. Okay? And then what happens with NV2, here's the power in the NV2. Here's the power. Number one, you could just make, training on your blog and give it to your people. And now it's automated training. So when you bring new people in your business, or you bring new customers in your business, you just send them a link. Hey, go to this blog post and look, this is what you got to do, X, Y, Z. But if you get your whole team locked into NV2, there's a team management system within the back office of NV2. Not only that, but there's also options to upgrade to some of the most intensive internet marketing training in the industry. You're talking about learning how to do all of this with sales psychology, how to write blogs that convert, how to generate leads and conversions in an automated way. So basically what happens, your sales force, besides minimal work, gets minimized. Your training gets minimized, or at least the time you put into it. I shouldn't say be minimized. Now all of a sudden this is working for you. Now you're making money while you're working on this stuff. Now you can set up your administration. You can figure out how you're going to take care of your taxes. You can start worrying about branding in whatever other ways you want to, maybe offline. But I'm going to tell you right now, this is also going to take care of branding, which is part of marketing. So when you look at what are some of the best tools out there for any home-based business owner so that they can be a CEO and not just the sales force, you got to think about NV2. It's set up to be very customizable. It's grandma-proof, so to speak. There's no disrespect to any grandmas watching this. And you can, here's the crazy thing. It can all be done from a phone app, guys. You don't even have to jump on the laptop anymore. You can get on the phone, on a smartphone app, and take care of all of your sales engine, marketing engine, Salesforce stuff with the NV2 platform. So if that sounds like something that you know you need in your business, which it probably is, then I need you to click that link below and jump on board. If you have more questions, that's fine. Leave them in the comments as well. But the smartest thing is just to get on board and click that link below, because I want you to think about this. You can get started with this sales platform for $25. I'm gonna say $25. Do you know it takes me twice that to fill up my gas tank? It costs more than that to take my family out to eat. And for $25, you can explode your business, manage your business, and automate your business to where it's generating money. This thing pays for itself within a week or two if you do the work. There's a no-brainer what needs to happen. Click the link below. Get started with MV2. As soon as you get to the other side and you get your platform system, I will personally be in touch with you to get you in touch with our training that you'll find on the back of the MV2 platform. And you'll be able to start running with this and running and running and running and running. Plus, the great thing is the MV2 actually comes from a company called Empower Network. And right now, they're also giving amazing bonus training from the top leaders in their home-based business organization who are making, I mean, you're talking about millionaires, you're talking about people making $30,000 a month. We're talking about winners in this industry, and they're gonna teach you personally how to use this as well, and then you'll have personal access to me. So it's a no-brainer. Click the link below, and let's get you started in hitting those home-based business goals that you've always dreamed of. Take care, God bless.